What's happening, everybody? What's happening? Just gonna come on real quick. Let's get this thing going. This is guys give you guys a morning plug real fast. We won't be before you long, but we're gonna just drop this in real fast and what's happening, popping off. So let's not wait another second. All right, what's happening, family? I'd like to welcome you all to a quick plug. Well, I am your favorite plug, RD Muhammad, plugging you in with the information that you need in order to make you successful, at least to help aid you to be successful. Once you know the information, ladies and gentlemen, information is what's great. So let me give you this quick plug. And we're talking about virtual addresses. I had one of my clients contact me last night and this morning, and they had some questions about virtual addresses and the importance of the virtual address, especially when you're registering your LLC. Now, when you're registering your LLC on your own, you are operating as your own agent. So now what that simply means is when you're LLCing out of state, you have to have a physical address and operate as an agent in that state in order to register. Now, in the way that we do this, ladies and gentlemen, to give you a quick plug, the way that we do this, you want to go to the United States Postal Service. Yes, the United States Post Office will give you a virtual address. And once you go to the United States Post Office and get that virtual address, which is recognized by the federal government, so therefore it is recognized by the state that you are LLCing in. Now, I can't tell you guys enough. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. You are not a citizen of the city and the state that you live in. You are a resident of that city and that state. You are a citizen of the United States of America, which simply means, ladies and gentlemen, you can LLC in any of the 50 states and there's 12 U.S. territories. So you can put an LLC in Puerto Rico if you want to, and you live in Montana. You can put an LLC in U.S. Virgin Islands if you so choose to, because you are a citizen of the United States and all of its sovereign territories. So now the importance of that virtual address, not just for registering your LLC, but also when you go into your financial institutions or your banking institutions, and then you put down that virtual address to your business, what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? I'm just going to pull up. This is what my I'm going to share this page for one so you guys can see how this actually works. When you go into a financial institution and you are trying to, you're listing and getting all of your paperwork there. Now, what is happening, you will give them this virtual address. Now, this virtual address, ladies and gentlemen, is to a commercial property. This is the one thing that you want to do. Make sure that when you're setting up your LLCs, by getting that virtual address, you want it to be a commercial property. Now, to find out if it's a virtual property or not, all you have to do is either use Google Maps or Google Earth, and it will take you exactly to the front door of your virtual office, which is your business office. Now, again, you need this in order to register for your LLC. So you will get your virtual address first. That you will get that first before you even start the process of registering the business. Now, once you register that business, it's going to ask you for your address, and you will give them the virtual address of the state that you are trying to LLC in. Now, this also separates you from the entity itself. And now you can also file a separation of entity to where you are the boss as well as you are the employee. Make sure you definitely list yourself as that. So, and that's for tax purposes, and that's getting off into the game of the course. But you want to put your virtual address here, ladies and gentlemen. This is my virtual office here. And so it is in a commercial real estate business. You can see the mail room. This is where I receive all of my mail from my business, for my business. And then from here, it is forwarded to my location in Alabama. So, and you can pay, and this is all just $10 a month to have that virtual address. And even when you add it all up, because I know people are saying, well, wow, I want to do that and go out of state. Because in the states that I teach my clients, you can LLC for $50. Now, if you're in some of these states, ladies and gentlemen, which I've also shared that information with you guys too as well, some states are as high as $500. If you go to Taylor Brands, you're going to spend $600. But when you can do all of this information, do all of these things for yourself, and it's only going to cost you $50 one time, and then you're in and out the gate. But this is my virtual office. So all of my important papers, as far as my business is concerned, is forwarded here. It is mailed here, and then is forwarded to my location in Alabama. This is how we use the system, ladies and gentlemen, in order for us to do those, get those fees down to where we can register our LLC for $50. Commercial business. This is all you have to have. You do not have to have a traditional brick and mortar location ever again. And the key point here is this address was given to me by the United States Post Office. This is not some third-party company that gives you a virtual address. This is the United States Post Office that gives you a virtual address. Now, once you get all of your virtual address and then you register your LLC in that said state, then that makes you the registering agent. Now, also what that also does, ladies and gentlemen, just to give y'all a quick plug, what this also does is by you being a registered agent in that state, by pre-existing having a registered business, if you wanted to turn that into a business, you can, because now you are the registering agent in that state. You can register legally any other LLC in that state. This is what the power of having the knowledge does for you. You do not have to register your LLC in the state you reside in because you are a citizen of the United States. And the United States Post Office will give you a virtual address, as you guys can see right here. This is my office. So even if I'm going into a banking institution and they pull up, and they will, while you're sitting out there and waiting in the office chairs and stuff, and they already have your paperwork, they are searching your office building because they want to see if it's in a commercially zoned area, which is completely different than having a home-based business. Because when you're looked at as a home-based business and you're doing your work or whatever out of your home, this is the difference in how much your credit line or your trade line will be. It can easily go, ladies and gentlemen, from $5,000 as a home-based business to where you have commercial property and you get $25,000 or $30,000. This is why we do this. This is why it is paramount that you understand and you learn how the game works. And this is what I teach my clients through RDM Online Marketing with Digital Target Marketing as the course. And this is what you're able to get. Now, there are a lot of people that's out there that are home-based businesses, and they're listing their home address as their business. And that can be the difference in how much money you are allowed to have access to. Keep that in mind. Commercial property opens up another door for you to get a whole higher credit line. You must understand how the knowledge works in order to leverage it better for your business. Now, I spoke about that, I think a couple of days ago. Actually, I posted a video a couple of days ago. When you learn how to spread your money out and you go to these different banking institutions, this is called credit card stacking. Credit card stacking is basically they're leveraging all of the cards as a credit line. And then you play musical chairs with the payments because you can, it's a long way to do it, but it's also a legal way to do it because you can pull cash advances off of those cards. Now, if you got a card that's $30,000 and then you got another card over here that you've been using and you've already spent $4,000, you can go to the $30,000 card, get a cash advance off of that to pay off the first card. Now, this also keeps your credit up. It's just a little bit more work that you got to do. I don't like using credit cards once I learned, not as a means of having access or liquid assets or cash on hand. I leverage my credit cards only for the purposes of doing the business and not to liquidate cash. So I leverage and utilize, and I teach my clients the same thing. Use your credit lines, which are better than your credit limit as far as the credit card is concerned. Now, and that's getting into a whole other game, but I just wanted to show you guys what it is and why it's so important to set up your virtual address first. Setting up your LLC, you want to create, you get your virtual address, which you can get that through the United States Post Office. And I know there's a lot of companies out there that do virtual addresses, but why go to another third-party company when you can go straight to the federal government and get one? And you know that that is deemed an actual address through the United States Post Office. And then all you do, once you fill out your paperwork here, once you fill out your paperwork for your virtual address, then you're going to list your personal address where you live as the forwarding mailing address. So any mail that comes to my mailroom, to my office in Mississippi, is going to be forwarded to me in Alabama. And that's only $10 a month. Now, the only mail that should be coming to your virtual mailbox is that of business related. Now, all of the junk mail and the magazine subscriptions and all of that other stuff, you can just delete that stuff or throw it away. Once it gets so full, they'll dump it because you haven't told them to forward it. But anything that's of importance, and you'll be able to see what goes in there through your business email. So every time you get some mail to your virtual address or to your business address, they're going to send you an email to let you know what's in there. And then you just nope, delete, and then they'll dump it. And then the only mail that you'll receive is the mail that you really want. I hope this guys helped you out a little bit and gave you just a quick plug. But set up your virtual address, and you can do that through the United States Post Office. And it is legit and legal. But do this first before you even register. Now you can register as a legit agent. I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.